The owners of a small-town meat market rich in history wondered if they'd ever make a comeback after fire wiped them out. 2 years later, the longtime staple of Fond du Lac County is thriving, thanks in part to the community support that sustained them during some dark days. Michelle Fiore pays a visit to the always fresh, always friendly Eden Meat Market.
It's made us stronger for sure.
Jeff Deering snapped these photos after a quick escape.
We tried to fight it as best we could with the fire extinguishers that we had.
But the morning of November 3rd, 2022 was a windy one. As flames jumped quickly, it was clear workers inside Eden Meat Market needed to get outside fast.
Eventually it was completely full of black smoke. You couldn't see your hand in front of you.
Passers-by watched in horror, sad to see the building that dates back to 1890 filled with smoke and flames.
It was scary, you know, to think you're going to lose something you've been going to for a long time.
While the market's been a staple on Main Street for over 130 years, ownership's changed several times. The latest family, the Deerings, bought it in 1982, Jeff Deering's third generation to work it.
Early teens, maybe 10, 12, I can't quite remember, but just a cleanup kid doing some odd jobs here and there.
Older generations impressed on the younger, the rich history here, and the importance of keeping it going in a town of 700.
Just to highlight Eden, put Eden on the map, and make it a draw for people, make it a destination for people to come out and shop our store.
That's why Jeff, who now co-owns the business with his cousins, brother, and uncle, knew this couldn't be the last of them. They needed to find a way to rise from the ashes and keep people employed in this no-stoplight town.
Even if they're not blood related, they're still family, so we got to keep them employed, keep them happy.
Even their competitors offered to help.
A lot of personal phone calls, text messages. What can we do? How can we help? Some of the meat markets too, they allowed us to come in and make our beef patties for some restaurants.
2 years later, out of the ashes, this old storefront on Main Street is serving a purpose once again. This is where they're accepting whole deer drop-offs.
In 2023, we rebounded. We're able to open up what we needed to open up at our old location.
The old store has limited capacity. That's why they built this one, also on Main Street. It's 3 times the size and busy as ever.
So in the end, it's good, but we struggled for those 2 years that we were kind of out of business.
While much was lost, Jeff Deering shows us generational recipes were not.
I don't know how many different brats we have, but there's probably 20 at least.
Cooler after cooler is lined with tasty meats like snack sticks in multiple flavors. They're also selling steaks and roasts and maple bourbon breakfast links, something that's gotten top state honors. Behind the storefront are coolers full of fresh cuts, thick bacon slices, venison snack sticks, ring bologna, and kielbasa, some waiting to get smoked, others waiting to be packaged. In another room, workers use care when casing sausage links and then laying them out on rings ready to be smoked.
Back here is our smoking area. We have our automated smokehouses.
Alec Kumrose worked for the Deerings for many years.
So that squeal you hear is the water kind of going in. It creates a mist. So when that mist comes out and it hits the heat, it turns into steam. That's kind of how these operate. It really helps giving you a consistent cook, consistent product every time.
The new building has 3 smokers. One's a double cart that can hold up to 2,000 pounds of bacon.
I can control how high the fan speed's going, how much smoke they get. It'll hit from drying to smoking to cooking, and then you can even do a cold rinse.
What's in the smoker today?
Venison, metwurst, and kielbasa. So an old-fashioned sausage product. It's not one of our staples. It's kind of a unique German-style sausages.
There have been times I've wished our cameras could give you more than just the video. Like here outside these smokers, the aroma is incredible.
Hunters in the area, they'll either bring us a whole deer. They usually want their cuts, like their tenderloin, backstrap, cut into steaks.
Smoking hot dogs takes just a couple hours. Summer sausage is more like 8. Eden Meat Market's new brick-and-mortar store celebrated its grand opening a few months ago with appreciation to those who helped them in a time when their future was uncertain.
We'd come to breakfast and we'd see them at the back table doing the planning and drawings, and you knew that it was going to come back better than ever.
So I think people, when they walk in, they're just in awe of what they used to remember from our old meat market. Not to say that we would never forget that place, but to have, something like this and to make a new name for ourselves has just been incredible.